Good morning. Today I'd like to talk to you for a little bit about acceptance. Acceptance is to the soul what water is to the body, what air is to the lungs. We need to be accepted. We crave acceptance. Everything about our being wants to be known and loved at the deepest levels of our life, and for someone to be able to look at us and to accept us thoroughly for who we are. The problem, the challenge is that when we don't find that in relationship, we will often contort and distort who we are to try to get it. So I will submerge my deepest, most cherished beliefs. I will change and distort my personality so it better fits with my love interest. I will do things their way constantly because I know that's what they want. It may not reflect what I want or who I am, but I'm more than willing to distort who I am in order to have this acceptance. The problem is this, is when I distort who I am, when I submerge my beliefs, when I change and alter my personality so it better fits with my love interest, none of that is ever going to feel like love, because I'm not loved for who I authentically am. I'm being loved for what I'm pretending to be. And so as a result, when I do those kind of things, when I distort and submerge and become this false identity in order to be loved, I never feel loved. I never feel accepted because I'm being accepted for everything that I'm not. So what's the key? Well, I believe with all my heart, the real key, the real need that we have for acceptance can only be ultimately fulfilled in God. That God knows us and loves us at the deepest level, and yet his settled disposition toward us is love. Romans 5:8 says, God demonstrated his love toward us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us, which is telling us that God has loved us in our brokenness. God has loved us in our messiness. That God not only began this relationship with us, knowing the truth about who we are, but this same God, he knows the totality of the story arc of our life. He knows every time we will blow it and every time we'll do it right. He knows every time that we'll fall on our face and falter and every time that we'll get back up again. He knows everything about our life, our past, as intimately as he knows our future. And yet his settled disposition toward us is love. So once we accept God's acceptance of us, we find ourselves with this new capacity to extend that to other people and to not crave it as much because the one who knows us best loves us most. And so we're set free from this insatiable desire to try to find this love and acceptance from people who may not be able to ever truly give it to me. God can, God does, and that's where the issue of acceptance is ultimately settled. So God bless you. I hope to see you again real soon.